Hello, guys, and welcome to a WENB video special. We are here, and I am Asim, and we are here to give you our PES 2016 demo impressions. I'm with Mr. Gary Clark. Gary Clark, how are you doing?
I am very well, mate. All
We
is good.
All is good. We've been. I feel like I talk to you more than I talk to my family these days. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing. But no, it's good to be here talking about PES and a demo. Everyone's seems to be enjoying it. Seems to be
Mm.
enjoying it. But we thought we'd get on a video with some gameplay footage that you have captured in the background, and talk about it. I mean, demo impressions. We've done a podcast already, but I guess we can share our impressions with people on YouTube as well.
Mm.
Gary, your thoughts on the demo? I know you played it since you played at E3, Gamescom, and now you play the demo as well. So your thoughts on the demo? Go into it.
It's fantastic. I'm having like ridiculous amounts of fun with it. Since the demo come out, like I've got a ton of games that I need to play that I still haven't played, and I've constantly been just playing the demo,
Hmm.
which says something. It says that it's clicking. Um, Everything feels right. Obviously, we're going to sort of some of our slight sort of
Yeah.
annoyances with it later on, but overall, from a general sort of point of view, it's like really, really good. I'm having so much fun with it.
That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I think I'm over in terms of a general opinion. I agree. I'm really enjoying it. In terms of general gameplay, it's fun. I think
Mm.
that's the key word. It's fun. What I think the PES games of the past, and people always go back to them on the PS2, did really well is they people always use this arcadey sim kind of term. I don't really use either, to be
No,
honest. I just judge the game whether it's fun.
yeah,
I think that's the key thing to use. And with PES, what it did well in the past, it had that feeling. It had that nice ebb and flow to the game,
mm.
and it had the feel the players felt different from one to another. Like they had that individual feel, and yeah, certain characteristics might have been exaggerated a little, but that's that. But for the better, because it made you
Yeah,
feel the difference between each player as you kind of moved and I guess drifted between them, like from Neymar, I guess now to I don't know, let's say David Luiz or whatever, or
mm.
Fernandinho or whatever. Like you feel the difference between the players. I think that's what's key for me. Like you really feel that now. And that's what I mean enjoying the most about it. Like the core gameplay is there, but that these are the parts I've been enjoying the most.
Yeah,
Ball physics are better, passing and shooting. I guess people could say there could be more variation in some
mm.
respects, and yeah, maybe probably there could be, but in general, very good.
Yeah,
Keepers, I know a lot, we've talked about this several times. Keepers are overall, I think, very good.
mm.
Yeah, they probably do have the odd error where they push the ball out now and again, but that happens in real life.
Yeah.
you know,
Very true.
like you can't. The keeper doesn't hold the ball every time. Like, sorry to sorry to bring back bad memories, but Czech in his first game made two mistakes,
Yeah, exactly.
and he's a
Yeah,
quality keeper. Like it happens. It
yeah,
happens. It happens, man.
exactly. It does happen. That's the way football is at the
Yeah,
end of the day. So,
and you don't in a game. You don't want superhuman keepers as well. Like you don't want not be able to score a goal. Like it needs that balance, and I think this year the keepers have that good balance.
yeah,
I think just touching upon it like a little issue, like the only issue that I'd say is that the slow mo Superman dives need to
yeah,
be
that's a
ironed
bit
out.
weird.
They need to be ironed out. But apart from that,
Mm.
I think really good. Um, I think the one thing we both will probably want to talk about is game speed. Because I know a lot of people are kind of drifting back and forth between default and -1 speed. I've kind of now mostly playing on -1 unless I'm playing as a lesser teams.
Mm.
I'm playing on -1 with the star teams like Bayern and whatnot. But your kind of journey, I guess, because you started with default even at E3 and Gamescom. It's only when the demo came out you kind of moved to -1.
Yeah, it's really weird. Because at E3 and Gamescom, I didn't even sort of think about it.
Mm.
I was just enjoying it. Obviously, we have a limited amount of time with the game, so we can't sort of spend too much time sort of tinkering and. Um, But then when I got the demo, I started playing it on default, and yeah, I was having a lot of fun. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to try -1. And ever since I've tried that, I love it. It's superb, so good. And now I just can't go back to default. It just feels too fast because
Mm.
my brain is sort of used to
Yeah,
playing on
yeah,
that
yeah.
slower sort of pace. And yeah, it just feels amazing on -1. Obviously, it's a preference thing because some people prefer default to
Yeah,
minus
yeah. A
one.
lot of people are preferring default. A lot of people
Yeah,
are preferring preferring default to -1, and some people are even preferring -2,
yeah,
which is interesting.
mm,
I mean, I think it's the case that the game's more responsive now. The animations are a bit more smoother now.
yeah,
So
definitely.
and the game's in turn more responsive, and in turn that has a domino effect, and the game feels faster.
Mm,
Especially if you played a lot of 2015, which I guess maybe that's the reason why you didn't feel it straight away because you didn't play a lot of 2015.
yeah, it's true.
So you were like, okay, I was kind of getting into it, but until the demo came out, you spent a lot more time with it. You were like,
Mm,
okay, yeah, -1. Um, it's interesting because I'll say to people that still play default when the full game comes out because I think playing with the lesser teams, if you play as Corinthians or Palmeiras in this demo code, I think default's actually probably the right speed for these teams,
yeah.
which is weird. It's just the fact that these players, their stats stand out and they're I guess in the PES way, quotation marks, they're exaggerated. So like
Mm,
Robin and whatnot. And I think some people are saying, oh, they can dribble all the way through, um, you know, 1 out of 5 times, but that's like a 20% chance.
yeah.
Think about it. So that's still not that high. These players should be able to dribble through. Yeah, I guess some people have pointed out you shouldn't be able to dribble through with like Alonso or Perlo or whatnot.
Mm,
Fair enough. Yeah, fair point. And then if you do drop to -1, I guess that's kind of alleviated a bit.
yeah.
Um, but it's weird. It's weird. I'm interested to see if they actually do something in the final game where they default is like -1 almost. I want to
Yeah.
I want to see that if that happens.
It'd be interesting because if it is slower in the final retail code, maybe we'll bump it up one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Back to
exactly.
like
Yeah, yeah,
default
yeah.
for demo speed sort of thing. Um,
Exactly, exactly.
but yeah, I haven't got no issue with default speed. I like both, but if I had a preference, I would definitely go with -1.
Mm.
I just feel that the players feel more sort of they got more individuality at -1
I guess
due
it
to
lets the animations and the characteristics shine through.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like just the sort of slower players actually feel like they are the sort of speed they are in real life because that's one sort of slight negative I have with default speed. A lot of like the slower sort of players in real life, like the Perlos, they feel too fast on default.
mm.
But when you drop it down to sort of -1, they sort of, I don't know how it happens, but they sort of all balance out, it seems. So yeah, but I can play on either default or -1 to be honest. But preference wise, definitely -1 for me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's the big debate that's going
Yeah,
around the
I
difference.
will say though, at the moment,
Yeah. Yeah. At the moment, yeah,
that could
yeah.
change in the
It
future.
could change. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of halfway house, like I said, but
Mm.
in terms of like, I guess we can go a bit more in depth here. Like in terms of the ball physics, passing, shooting, what do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Obviously, it could probably do with more improvements in the future, which I'm sure it will get. Um, but like you compare it this year to last year's, it's like
Oh yeah,
night.
definitely.
And yeah, obviously over the years, sort of 2017 comes out, 2018, etc. Then they're just gonna keep on improving on it. But it's a good sort of first step as such
Yeah,
for.
I mean the fact that they've got real ball physics now based on real
Mm,
data means a lot. Uh,
yeah.
I mean I've seen some people still say, "Oh, passing seems a bit laser guided." Okay, if it feels like that to you, change. There are past settings you can change,
Mm,
and go to that. But I think in general the ball physics, they are pretty varied. Like
yeah.
the shots aren't laser guided. They do
No.
go wide. They will go. Like the keeper will save them, and if you do hit it right which is kind of like I think a lot of people forget that was the same in the old PS2 Pro. Was if you hit the ball right, it will rocket towards the goal.
Yeah,
And if you hit it with the right player, it will rocket towards. But that happened in the old PES games. I think there's,
exactly. Yeah.
I think people might have a short memory in that sense. People
Mm.
will kind of like go back with rose tinted glasses sometimes. But I think that happened in the old PES and that happens now as
Yeah.
well. That happens now. Like if you hit it right and the passing, like different players will hit the ball differently. Like the outside of the foot pass will kind of bend around. Different crosses as well. I like that.
Mm. Yeah.
And the heading seems pretty good as well now. So I think I'm pretty happy with the shooting, especially like we talked about it a bit. The R2 shooting as well, I think is really good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah. Really, really good. Like we played it at E3 and it was horrible,
yeah,
absolutely horrible. But I think that they've got the balance just right now. So hopefully they don't play about with it too much.
yeah.
But
Players
yeah,
get robbing. Yeah.
at the moment I've got no issues with it. I've had loads of R2 shots and some have gone in and some have gone like wide or the keepers saved them. So I know people have been saying that they're like every time they get in the box they can
Mm.
score with R2. That I've not seen that myself.
I think they're talking
But
about one on ones, but in that case, when you compare it to real life, that happens if a player goes for
ah,
one on one
yeah,
and
exactly.
composes themselves and looks for a finesse finish,
Mm,
they will usually finish it off unless the
yeah,
keeper makes an amazing save. So yeah,
that's
it's
true.
it's yeah. So I don't really agree with that complaint a bit, too much.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, that's covered. So we covered keepers, we covered game speed, we covered ball physics. The one area where I think improvements the fouls for me
yeah.
when you're playing the AI. That I usually end up with a few fouls, like maybe zero or one or two. And
Mm,
in some games, I will end up like the AI actually will foul me quite a bit, and so it needs to be the AI needs to be without messing up it at superstar level. The AI still in those situations needs to be a bit more aggressive, like
yeah,
in terms of getting the ball off you. Maybe when you get nearer the goal, I guess that's what usually happens. I mean, if you watch real football, players won't run around like headless chickens, and
mm,
well, I say until they get to the final third, but the players will close down a bit more when the opposition gets in the final third, right? Because they don't want them to get towards their goal.
yeah. And then
Uh,
there's obviously rash
yeah,
challenges.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So if you're getting away, if you're skipping away, like the AI might slide in and just take you out.
Yeah,
So maybe a bit more of that. I know that's probably people probably think that there's just a setting that needs to be tweaked somewhere. That probably needs looking at a bit more in terms of balancing it without
yeah,
messing up the difficulty itself. So it's
mm,
not as easy as just doing that. Just flicking a switch somewhere and saying, "Yep, that's sorted."
yeah.
It's not. It's not because you don't want it to be messed up. Um, that's probably an issue, like a slight issue right now. We mentioned um, the keeper slow mo dives. What do you think about the gameplay visuals compared to like the replay cam?
Yeah, they need like they're better. The lighting's better.
Yeah,
Daytime lighting, I will say. The nighttime lighting is still
still pretty
very,
bad.
very
Yeah,
bad. Yeah. Obviously, last year the pitch just looked like a snooker table.
yeah.
It's got more detail now. But from a gameplay sort of cam, it still needs improving.
Mm.
Because from at close up, Pez looks absolutely incredible
It really
close up.
does. It really does.
It's like it's touching sort of NBA 2K style
Yeah,
graphics.
with
It
the sweat
really
and the
is
like
nice.
detail of the faces. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and the detail in the kits. They even got like like the holes on the side of
yeah,
the
yeah,
kit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it looks incredible. But when the camera sort of pulls out, it does lose that sort of shine that
The
it has
extra
from
layer
close up.
of polish, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
and I don't really want to compare them, but you compare it to FIFA. FIFA from gameplay cam
It still
looks
looks nice. It still looks nice, but I
sort of
think they
better.
use a different technique where they drop a slight level of detail in the face,
Yeah,
so the rest looks fine. But
that's true.
maybe Pez could adopt a similar technique. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you compare it, I guess it's probably a harsh comparison to NBA where there's less players on the pitch, or sorry,
Mm,
the court.
yeah.
But then they've got the crowd as well, so that's taken into account. So either way, maybe they need to email those guys and say, guys, can you help us out with how you guys do this? They probably won't, but yeah, that'd be hilarious if they do. Hi, Mr. NBA 2K. I'm,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm Mr.
I love the
Beast.
fact that he's called Mr. NBA 2K.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Just
hilarious.
email them across and go, "Hi, can you help us out with detail in terms of gameplay cam? Hi." I don't know why he's American. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up now. There we go. So yeah, that's one thing they probably need to sort out.
Mm,
I'm trying to think in terms of other stuff that still could be improved. Like we mentioned, probably a bit more variation in ball physics, but right now, this is the first one that's probably got real ball physics in it. So
yeah.
that will be tweaked and improved as the series moves along. Presentation, the crowd I feel needs to get more involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They all look very sort of. It just looks like copy and paste.
yeah,
Um, and they haven't got that sort of. It looks like they haven't got much sort of attention paid to the sort of the way they look. It just looks like they've sort of put them there and that's
the
it, sort of
atmosphere
thing.
is a bit flat as well. Like
Yeah.
video wise, I think they could get more involved in the match in terms of
Mm,
like if there's if you're 1-0 down with 10 minutes to go and you're attacking, the crowd could try to g you up a bit.
yeah. Exactly.
If you're at home especially, but maybe that will come across more in Masterly when you're playing it.
Yeah.
Probably a feature that's more more relevant there. But yeah, just in
I, I
general.
I know one thing that needs massive improvement. Penalties.
Oh yeah, penalties. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah,
Awful.
penalties. How many? When you take a penalty, did you like? I just hit and hope.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
really don't
much.
know what exactly is going on in the mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no sort of visual feedback or nothing.
there's no visual cue or visual feedback or even a slight audio feedback. Maybe just doesn't say you've got the
Yeah.
direction. Your things going there or things going there, whatever. It's like, yeah, you don't know what's going on really.
It's
Uh,
terrible.
yeah, that needs to be changed. I think it's probably too late where it needs to be. It's going to be tweaked now, but
Mm.
in terms of looking forward, that needs to that needs to be
Yeah.
changed.
Definitely. Yeah.
But overall, I mean, talking about things, we've gone into a few issues, and it's don't want to sound like we're being too critical at the same time, but the game is a lot of fun. Like I
Oh,
mentioned at the
definitely.
start,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. Uh, all we need now is for the final game to come out and it to keep that feel,
Mm.
that fun feel, and as we always say in the podcast, to not fuck it up.
Yeah.
um,
It's true. Yeah.
yeah, which always seems to happen when the game comes out in terms of the final product.
Mm.
But yeah, demo thoughts, thumbs up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun with it. It just feels like great to play, which is the main thing and the most important thing. So.
Good stuff. I agree. Thumbs up from me as well. Let's look forward to the game coming out now
Mm.
in a few weeks' time, and we'll have a lot more coverage. So yeah, so stay tuned. Subscribe to us YouTube channel for more videos, so you can find them as soon as they hit. But that's it for now. Cheers, Gary. Thanks for
Yep.
joining me.
No worries, man.
Good man. And yeah, that'll be it until our next video, which should be soon. Ooh. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Bye.